Welcome to AC 24/7. I'm Aaron Dean. Attorney General Merrick Garland testified before the House Judiciary Committee in what many see as a preview of the Republican impeachment inquiry into President Biden. Republicans have accused Garland of failing to protect the department from politicalization. They say Garland and the special counsel went too easy on Hunter Biden by offering him a plea deal. Garland pushed back against criticism, reminding Republicans that the special counsel in the Biden case was appointed by former President Trump. The frustration isn't just coming from Republicans. Listen to this exchange between Democrat Gerald Nadler and Garland.
And our job is to uphold the rule of law. That means we apply the same laws to everyone. There is not one set of laws for the powerful and another for the powerless, one for the rich and another for the poor, one for Democrats and another for Republicans, or different rules depending upon one's race or ethnicity or religion. Our job is to pursue justice without fear or favor. Our job is not to do what is politically convenient. Our job is not to take orders from the president, from Congress, or from anyone else about who or what to criminally investigate.
Do baseless accusations from government officials make it more difficult for investigators to do their job and effectively investigate the subject?
Members of the Justice Department are strong and tough and able to understand that their job is to do the right thing regardless of any pressures from any quarter. What is dangerous, and I'm not talking about the committee, but what is dangerous is when anyone singles out a career prosecutor or a career FBI agent, and we know as a matter of fact that that kind of singling out has led to threats.
Democrats also tried to get Garland to weigh in on questions about Supreme Court ethics, which he declined to do. The nonprofit group Students for Fair Admissions is suing the U.S. Military Academy at West Point for race-based admissions policies. According to the lawsuit, the group argues that two white males plan to apply to West Point, but due to the Academy's admissions process, they would likely not be accepted. The plaintiffs are asking the court to find the Academy's use of race in admissions unconstitutional and prohibit it from considering or knowing an applicant's race during the admissions process. Currently, West Point requires a percentage of each class to be filled by minorities. Two major strikes are happening simultaneously in the U.S., and now there appears to be movement in both. UAW reps are sitting down with GM and Ford, while striking writers meet with major studios amid months-long walkout. The Advocate Channel's Laura Aguirre breaks it all down.
On day 6 of the auto workers' strike, the clock is ticking.
No wheels, no deals.
The union says more plants will strike if executives at the Big Three don't offer better contracts by noon on Friday. An impasse continues over demands like wage increases, pensions, and a 4-day work week.
I have a problem with the approach the union's taking. Let's pay people what they deserve, but let's not be paying for people not to work.
I stand with the striking UAW workers. They deserve to share in these record profits that the executives are taking home.
The UAW, Ford, and GM are in talks Wednesday, says a source familiar with negotiations, adding the union meets with Stellantis, which owns Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram, on Thursday. Union screenwriters, producers, and actors have been picketing for weeks, but talks between writers, producers, and major studios resumed Wednesday. Key sticking points: higher pay, streaming data transparency, and how artificial intelligence is used.
I support WGA and SAG as it relates to their existential stress as it relates to streaming and how it's radically changing the business model as it relates to artificial intelligence.
I don't want industry, studios to be able to use my likeness in perpetuity. We're striking as a whole because we're a family. And if one artist is struggling, we're all struggling.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Thank you so much for joining us for AC 24/7. For more, go to theadvocatechannel.com and subscribe on the Advocate Channel YouTube page. For For the Advocate Channel, I'm Aaron Zane.